Hello, everybody. Welcome to International Bowl Turkish Airlines Final Four live pregame show. Today, I have the great privilege and honor to be with you and link you all the way from North America, going to Cologne, Germany, at Lennox Stadium, Lennox Arena, host of the EuroLeague semifinals games. That's going to be between doubleheader between Anadolu Efes versus CSKA Moscow, 12 p.m. live here at International Bowl, which is a Facebook Live. You need to be liking, following International Bowl to be able to view it. And the second leg is going to be FC Barcelona versus FC Barcelona versus the AX Exchange Armani Milan of Italy. It's going to be a fascinating basketball game, high IQ, team-oriented, the best of the Europe, a return of the Paul Gasol versus the legend of Paul Gasol versus the legend of Ettore Messina. Of course, there are many other legends in Europe, but these two having returned recently to their home countries from the NBA, we know them more, and so please tune in today.
A rematch of the 2019 championship game. CSKA Moscow and Anadolu Efes Istanbul clash once again at the Final Four. The reigning champions versus a side looking for revenge. The first ever EuroLeague title.
Great memories, but that was 2019, and let them rest in peace. That's something that it was achieved, and it stays on the history of the club.
The fight and the grit that we had through the whole game, through the ups and downs of the game, everyone stayed poised, everyone stayed together, and everybody knew that if we did that we were going to win that game.
There were some guys on the CSKA team that were on the team that beat us before. We have to use that as extra motivation, but we also have to stay focused and understand that this is a different team that we're playing against, and we're better than we were before.
We were the surprising team in the Final Four in 2019. Now we will go there for win the title.
Honors even throughout the regular season. Second versus third in the standings. Who will come out on top in Cologne?
The MVP was Clyburn, was the key of the game. But of course, Whiteman, Shengelia, Hackett, or Kurbanov, they have many experienced players.
I mean, they have a bunch of great players. Daniel Hackett is the unsung hero on that team, like the quiet veteran leader.
All of them are good. Misic, Larkin, Lebois, Singleton, Shanley, they have a good roster, from top to bottom. So it's going to take a full team effort to beat them.
But what makes FS tough is that every game it could be someone else. If you focus too much on one player, another player gonna give you a tough time. I think we need to approach them as a team, and we need to play against them not as an individual, but as a team.
CSKA Moscow are the 2019 EuroLeague champions.
We've won championships, we've won cups, but we just don't have that one cup that we all really won, which is the EuroLeague championship. So we're going to go out there and fight.
I think this will mean more than anything. I think it'll mean more than my first one I actually got.
It's my fourth Final Four, this one. I hope to be proud to win this Final Four.
We're happy that we might try to chase the dream on defending the title. that doesn't happen very often.
There you have it, folks. You just saw the semifinal preview of two of the top teams that have have had many battles together. You heard about Coach Ataman and Coach Itadouis that talking about their experiences, their views about looking forward to play the Final Four to win the 2021 EuroLeague championships. Of course, these games are being hosted out of Lennox Arena in Cologne, Germany. And many people are trying to tune in from different social media platforms. We are just excited to be able to bring these games to you live right here on International Ball. And to see the best of Europe going at each other, it's going to be a fantastic game to watch. So here are the dates and times that's going to be. These games are going to be between starting today, May 28th, going to the 30th. Finals championship game is going to be 2:30 Facebook Live. Right here at International Ball.
Two giants of the continental game, both looking to return to the summit after a long time away. On the sidelines, two coaches, 8 EuroLeague titles between them.
It's a lot of games, it's a lot of years, it's a lot of competition. That's in the past, that's a little bit in the dust, probably. Teams are owned by the players. The players are those who make a difference, not only with their shot and with their defense, but with their mentality, with their attitude, their leadership. And I think we were very, very fortunate to have the opportunity to have this group of players this year in Milan.
I fell in love with the club from the first month that I was here. I knew exactly what I was getting myself into it, and I continue feeling this way about the Barca. I'm very happy here.
Troy Messina, a 4-time EuroLeague champion, now looking to guide AX Armani Exchange Milan to a first title in 33 years. Šarūnas Jasikevičius, a 4-time winner as a player, now pursuing a first crown as head coach with FC Barcelona.
I'm with a suit now, not with the sports clothes. It's always special. It's always the top of your profession at this point. It's a goal number one, and you have to just really make sure that you do everything possible to achieve that thing. That is, obviously very difficult, but Final Four makes you, only 2 steps away. So, we're looking forward to it.
Well, Cyrus, I think he brings so much passion into the game. He leaves it in a way, breathes basketball competition in a way that it's very, very special. And I think he tries to share that with the team and the players. His approach of commitment, of discipline, of execution, of desire.
I mean, me and Coach Messina have a really great relationship. I tell him all the time. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I have the opportunity to learn from him every day. He's a professor at basketball. So for me to kind of be able to kind of soak up his knowledge and learn from him every day, both on and off the court. I'm very fortunate to have that.
I think people have to understand that it's going to be very difficult. You have to really suffer. You have to understand how you're going to suffer. You have to do it together. You have to learn how to go through things together, rely on the teammates, rely on the system and the coaching staff, and think team first.
Two legends of the game who will lead their team to EuroLeague glory in Cologne.
There you have it, folks. You just heard from some of the legends of the European basketball. Coach Arturo Messina, most winningest coach of all time from Europe, Italy. Talked about his team, talked about his approach, talked about his players. And then, of course, we heard about Coach Sarunas, who himself was a former player for many years at the EuroLeague and has been leading the charge in coaching as one of the younger coaches in the EuroLeague that's accomplished a tremendous amount of success for himself and his country of Lithuania. So the competitions continues. You heard about the legend Hall of Famer Paul Gasol that is going to be playing after 20 years of return to his home country. Having played so many years in EuroLeague. Before he made the transition to the NBA, but then 20 years of work in the NBA, playing with Lakers, Mamba himself. There's so much rich history, culture, rich tradition that comes from these European, Turkish Airlines EuroLeague that's comprised of 18 top teams around Europe. And we feel very privileged and honored to bring you these games exclusively on International Ball Facebook Live. I'm going to take you a quick preview on at the Lennox Arena. Beautiful aerial view of where the big moment is going to happen in Cologne. And while we're there, we can have a quick look at some of the action that's been happening with the local fans.
For quite some time, and then I went to Greece, and my idea and my goal was always after my career to give guys and kids my age back then the same opportunity I had.
Germany is quickly becoming a basketball capital in Europe. With Cologne hosting this year's Final Four, basketball is front and center from the streets to the Lanxess Arena.
I think basketball developed really good in Germany. In 2020, they wanted to be the best league in Europe, which is, obviously hard to achieve, but, you cannot work for something without having a greater vision of it. So I think that helped to develop basketball in Germany as close as it could be to soccer. I think on the highest level, we have pretty good teams. Now we need to work on that. All the teams are getting on this level, and it helps to have such a thing as the Final Four of the EuroLeague here in Germany to see what is possible. The biggest ambassador for Cologne is now Tibor Pleiss, who was my player when I was the GM of Rhein-Energie Cologne. He started basketball playing here. He went to all the big clubs in Europe. He made quite some career, So and then he can be the ambassador for all the younger kids. You can achieve something. If you start playing basketball, you can actually create your life.
I have a big street ball history. Actually, on the street ball court, I made my first basketball experience. My dad came to me, had a basketball in his hands, and said, "Let's go step to basketball court." That's where the first time I had I had a ball in my hand and throw it to the direction of the rim. I missed it. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old and threw the ball against the rim. Got it.
So here we're at Lennox Arena. We're talking about Lennox Arena, some of the the how it itself has had as a home of not only the Köln Sharks ice hockey team as well as the FC Köln football team, as we call it here, soccer in North America, and teams, the team that has played in the Lennox Arena goes back to the history of the BBL and Pro A basketball. I want to encourage you to tune in now on International Ball. One of our colleagues, beloved colleagues, and contributors to International Ball. To have a look at Miles Schuster's article that he wrote just earlier today on players, who's you saw the 7'2" big man of Germany, who's returning home to play. Love to say in front of his home fans, but unfortunately fans are not allowed. But at the Lennox Arena. So I'm going to, reconnect you with that. We had some technical difficulty, but for now, I'm going to bring you in to the continuation of the press conference that we had yesterday.
I don't mean that wasn't for you, Jordan. That was for everybody else. Well, Would you guys mind if I get started? Yeah, just go ahead, take it over. Welcome back, everybody, to the second semifinal press conference. Let me just start out by saying it's my great honor to be able to introduce these four people that are sitting up with me on stage here. Let's start out with the four-time EuroLeague champion from FC Barcelona. He's the head coach, although he looks like he could still be playing. Sharunas Jasikevičius. Thank you. Welcome, my man. How are you? Very good, thank you. The 2020-2021 All EuroLeague first team member and one of his players playing for FC Barcelona, Nikola Mirotic. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to the other team. Four-time EuroLeague champion from AX Armani Exchange Milan, head coach Ettore Messina. Good afternoon, my friend. Hello. And then, of course, the two-time EuroLeague champion, representing also Armani Exchange Milan, Tazo Sergio Rodriguez. How are you, my man? Good to have you guys here. Congratulations to each one of you. And as in the previous press conference, we'll open the floor for question and answers, not only from media members who are here in Cologne, Germany with us, but also from many others that are connected online remotely. But I get the pleasure, as usual, to be able to ask the first question of each of you. So let's start out with you, Coach. You often say that, we've often heard that clubs like Barcelona, there's always a pressure to win titles and to win trophies. How do you turn that pressure into an advantage in a weekend like this when it's just 2 games?
You know, it's very difficult to answer this question. I think at the same time, when you have pressure, probably you have to be able to deal with it when you're playing for the clubs that compete in the Final Four. Same time, if you have some pressure, if you have some nerves, got to run faster, got to concentrate on the things you can control. You know, defense, doing all the intangibles and the little things. That's probably the most important at this point.
Well, it sounds like a coach instead of a player.
Trying.
A little by little, right? Now, my next question for you, Nico. You returned 2 years ago back to the EuroLeague in search for that EuroLeague title. Being probably, I would assume, at the top of your agenda, top of your goal list. How do you feel now that you've helped lead Barcelona back into this Final Four after 7 long seasons without having the presence of such a major club here in the Final Four?
Well, I feel amazing. I feel blessed to be here after, as you said, many years for FC Barcelona. When I came here, I said for me it's the biggest goal to win a EuroLeague title. And now when I'm sitting here surrounded by people who won many, as a coaching staff, as Chacha also, you know, I feel it should be my time also. But I don't want to put any pressure on myself. I do want to enjoy it. I want to, you know, try to do my best to help the team to succeed, and very motivated to be here.
Perfect. Coach Messina, it's been a decade since an Italian club or team has been to a Final Four. I think it's been 14 years for your club. Your return to the club has been...
For our club, it's 29.
29 years.
For not being in the Final
Where did I
Four.
come up with 14? Who gave me that information?
Well,
anyways,
you should fire somebody probably in your press department.
That even makes it more important. Welcome back.
Thank you.
After such a long time. How important is it?
I was laughing when he said 7 years with Barcelona. It looks like peanuts compared to us.
How important is this accomplishment for Italian basketball, but more importantly for AX Armani Exchange Milan, the club?
For us, as you can imagine, is an amazing joy. You know, for our owner, for Mr. Armani, his family, they've been supporting this club financially, emotionally. I mean, they've been a tremendous honor for this club and for our fans, of course. As for the Italian basketball, you know, we, like in every country in Europe, you know, your fans are very happy when you win, and those who are not fans are very happy when you lose. So I wouldn't put it like, I know it's the day of the good faith, good proposal, and let's kiss at each other, but I don't believe that there is anything. I mean, of course, there will be people rooting for us and people who are not rooting for us, like it is in life. So the only thing is that if we do well, like we've been doing, if the national team does well, if other clubs will step up, I think it will be very important to attract more investors in our wonderful sport. And I think that will be very, very important for not only for Italy, but for all Europe.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you. Now off to Sergio. Sergio, you and Kyle been around a little bit. You guys been around for a lot of it. You have the chance to win the EuroLeague with your third different team this weekend. Among players that have done that before, one of them is actually sitting on stage with you over here closest to me. So he knows what it's like to do it. How inspiring is that for you to be able to have this opportunity for you? And I guess you would speak for Kyle also, to have this opportunity to win another title with a third different team.
It's great to have this opportunity to be here representing Milan and having the chance to to compete to get the third title with a different team. I was thinking to ask Saras for an advice, but probably he would give me a running formation.
Shoot, lad. Shoot.
But always he was a player that I look up growing up. And when you check, all the accomplishments that he had, that was one that really kept on my mind as a very difficult thing to accomplish. So we'll see, and we are here for that.
Did he just call you old? He said he was a little kid when he was looking up to you. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys very much for answering my questions. Now, as anticipated, it's time for the media members. We're going to start right here with the ones that are present. Let me take my glasses off so I can see more of a distance. Let's start right back there.
So you were, of course, watching Joe Arlakis, who was the master of ceremonies at EuroLeague Final Four, right there at the Lennox Arena. And, of course, one can't forget his humorous way of just getting everybody relaxed. There's a lot of pressures of playing in the EuroLeague Final Four. It's a top-level competition of the best of the continent. We've got about 10 minutes before we go live to watch Anadolu Efes of Turkey taking on CSKA Moscow of the first leg of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four. So if you're, I suggest you just go on to the page right here, as you can see, at Internation Ball on Facebook, and you can tune in to watch the action. The time is clicking, and I'm actually going to tune in and try to host as many questions and comments from you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from our fans. I want to hear where you're from. I want to hear where you're tuning in from. I want to hear you engage with us. Tell us what you think about watching these games in North America, here in Canada and US. And if you have any stories you can share, you can like, comment, share, spread the word around, as International Ball is the only exclusive place to watch the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four.
Rice again from deep, and he hits it again. Loud to tie it. What a play by Tyrese Rice. Tyrese Rice, the hero of the semifinal, the hero of the final. Here we go, 40 minutes to a title. The tip-off is won by Fenerbahce. The lob in time for the reverse to Jan Vesely. We saw that during the season, and you can